7-1 Giants. What a shot.
And that was a disgraceful performance, in my opinion. We threw that game. We gave it away by doing that. We gave them the friggin' game. In my opinion, that sucked.
What is up, everyone? And, well, you didn't really expect the Giants were going to sweep in San Diego, did you? Did we really think they were going to do that? I don't think so. Giants did come out to San Diego and win the series. They won 2, but could not finish it off today with the sweep, losing 7-1 in a very frustrating game. Giants were giving this game away. Errors on both sides of the diamond. He had a Chapman with a couple of questionable throws. One that should have been caught by Schmidt. The other one was high. Schmidt probably could have leaped up and got it. Chapman was pissed, had something to say to Schmidt, which we'll take a look at in a little bit, and also the relief pitching, which has been so good for most of this season, did not look so great today. Mainly I'm talking about Jose Butto, who gives up 3 hits, 4 runs in a third of an inning. So Jose Butto gets absolutely lit up today. Baraki looked okay. Killian looked okay. Hauser looked even okay, even though he gave up 7 hits. 4 strikeouts. I mean, Hauser did what you expect from Hauser. You know, he's not going to usually go out there and throw you a no-hitter, but Hauser did pretty well. He only gave up 1 earned run. Errors today hurt the Giants, and we gave them the freaking game. And also lack of offense and lack of hitting with runners in scoring position today. 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position, and the lineup today, other than Arias, pretty much did not show up. Okay, Bader had an RBI hit we'll take a look at, but really that's it. Giants 4 hits today. 4 gosh dang hits. Malone, what happened? I thought Chapman was supposed to be a Gold Glove. Dude's washed. Chapman, you need an experienced first baseman. And I do think so, Robert Roth, because first of all, Casey Schmidt's not an experienced first baseman. He's mostly played third base in college, in shortstop, a little bit of second base. And he's not really tall. I mean, he's like 6 foot. He's like, average height. I mean, he's not, most first basemen are going to be 6'2" or taller. And doesn't have a ton of experience over there. He's done okay so far, but today kind of fell apart over there at first base and pissed off Matt Chapman. And when you see guys cussing each other out there right on the field on camera, that ain't a good look. And I'm sure right now behind closed doors, things are not exactly, rainbow and sunshine there in the Giants clubhouse. 7-1 single-A garbage team against good pitchers. This team is a triple-A team. Hey, everyone, happy Wednesday. I'm reading the comments right now. Daniel Burry Sports Highlights. Bum shit, David Jackson. David Jackson says, my season tickets are for sale. Cheap. But wait a minute. First thing you said is Giants will win the World Series. And then you said Giants must have the worst farm system in the league. I'm trying to figure it out. You think the Giants are winning the World Series, or are you talking about in like 10 years from now? Elliott is striking out too much. Elliott is striking out a lot. Justin Saw, all the regulars are here. And I appreciate it because we're going to need to cover a tough game. I hate doing post-game shows on nothing games where the Giants had almost no offense and the pitching wasn't good, and the defense wasn't good. I hate doing post-game shows where there's just nothing positive to take away. I mean, there is in the series, Giants win the series, and now it's back home to take on, who is it, the Phillies? That's not the Phillies. Who are the Giants about to play? I forgot. The Mets. So they take on the Mets starting tomorrow. That's not going to be an easy series. Casey's struggling right now. Now, Bryce, Bryce is not an experienced first baseman either, but he's got the height. He would have caught that. He would have caught both of those balls. He would have caught both of those baseballs. And that is something we can check on. Maybe while I'm live today, we'll check on the minor leagues in AAA. And I know that their season just started. But always like to check on them and just see how they're doing so far. But yeah, so thank you guys for jumping in. Let's go ahead and break this one down. Giants lose today, 7-1 the final score. And not a lot happened good today. Top of the first inning, nothing for the Giants. 1-2-3 inning, a strikeout by Devers, and then in the bottom of the first inning, there was 2 outs, and it was looking okay until Merrill hit a base hit. Machado hit the ball to Chapman, and let's see if we have the clip of what happened there.
Pitches to Bogarts and to Merrill. Merrill goes, and a ground ball softly hit to third. Chapman on the run, and it gets off the glove of Schmidt, and Machado will reach. Now Merrill trying to score. He will. An aggressive Jackson Merrill comes around and gets in.
Okay, so that was not a good moment right there. We got a spotted long-distance runner right there. When the Giants come to town, it's bye-bye, baby. Casey should have caught the first one for sure. Yeah, that one should have caught. Didn't see Matt Chapman. Oh, you didn't see him? You didn't see him cussing at Casey Schmidt? Oh, we're going to see that. We're going to see that. And especially after the second one. Now, there he's already pissed. But, you can live with an error. 1-0. Moving on in this game, it stayed close for a while. Good pitching on both sides. Giants were not looking good. Third inning was rough. Schmidt struck out. Adames struck out. Devers struck out. Call confirmed. And that was all bad. Then moving on to the the fourth inning, Ramos strikes out. Arias flies out. Chapman pops out. Fifth inning, nothing going. Giants did get a base runner, but couldn't get him in. Bottom of the fifth inning, that's when problems arose again. What do we have? We have SGA Sports Talk. Thank you for jumping in. Welcome to Single A. A new member back. I know you've been a member before. Single A. Welcome to the organization. Thank you so much. Helps out a ton. Unbelievable. What were we talking about again? Oh, yes. So in the bottom of the fifth inning, Gavin Sheets hits a double. Tatis walks, and it's Xander Bogaerts at the plate.
Grounded softly left side as cutting it off as Chapman. His throw is going to get away. Run scores. Sheets is in. Bogaerts headed for second. And I think there's maybe another case of Schmidt just not catching it at first base.
All right, let's see if we're going to take a look here. This throw from Chapman.
Cutting it off as Chapman is.
And you could see he's extended there. It seems like he could have been extended in a more. It looks like he's kind of leaning, so he may not have the best extension, but he is trying to extend and catch the ball.
Cutting it off as Chapman is thrown.
But it just kind of tipped off his glove. He probably should have caught that ball. If you got to come off the base, it's best to come off the base. Catch the ball. That ball should have been caught, and that's why Chapman is pissed. But that Chapman got the error on that play. The ball was thrown a little bit high. So the first Chapman was on. Thank you, SGA. He said I'm the effing GOAT. The first error was on Schmidt. Second error was on Chapman. Let me see if I can get some video footage here of. I hope this is the right video. Yeah, so let's take a look here. Right there. Oh, what did Chapman have to say right there? Did you see that? There's Chappie. He's looking at Schmitty. Okay, let's read those lips here. He says it twice. Catch the fucking ball. Catch the fucking ball. You see that? Okay, I won't cuss again, but that's just that. You can read those lips right there. Twice. Catch the effing ball. So, yeah, clearly Matt Chapman not happy. And when you throw that out there publicly on the mound, right in the camera, means you don't give a crap. Nagel is here. Huge difference. Huge difference. Play-by-play. Bob Granelli wanted the play-by-play. I had a chance today, but I'm trying to work on my next documentary. That's kind of where the big views come in, and I got to get that one up as soon as I can, ranking the top 15 most eccentric MLB players. So I have really got to work on that, but I'll try to do play-by-play in this next Mets series. So after that play, understandably, I really do get Chapman's frustration. Catch the freaking ball. But, you're the major leagues. You got to catch the ball. But you're not an experienced first baseman. He should be down in AAA working on his first base skills. And that's where you work that out. And when you're the big leagues and you're trying to win a championship, you're trying to win a division, you're trying to get in the playoffs, whatever the case, you're having a serious season, you're not rebuilding. You can't have a first baseman who's going to miss balls like that. It can't happen. And I think, Casey Schitt's not going to be playing first base the rest of this year. So, tough play right there. But the Giants were still in the game at that point in time. But then in the bottom of the 6th inning, Gavin Sheets hit an RBI double, 3-0. Top of the 7th inning, Jung-Hoo Lee, actually it was Luis Arias with a double. He had a nice day today. And up to the plate stepped Harrison Darth Bader.
And a base hit. And the Giants are on the board. It's 3-1.
That is the wake-up call they've been waiting for.
The wake-up call that didn't do shit. Nothing else happened after that wake-up call. But, Kruko is the best, and I do appreciate Mike Kruko keeping up the positive energy. But literally, nothing happened after that. The Salvation Army, Captain Kim, $2 super chat. Giants haven't had a first baseman for a decade. It's been a long time. Well, actually, Brandon Belt. That hadn't been a decade. But, yeah, it's been a little while. I'd like to look back and see who our first basemen have been over the last few years. Thank you so much for that super chat right there. Salvation Army is amazing. Basically, carrying the channel on his back. I appreciate it so very much. Thank you for that super chat. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, Rafi Devers, worked at first base. He's not exactly, the best, most experienced first baseman, but he worked on it pretty hard last year. But yeah, not a pure experienced first baseman. So let's go with the yearly starters. I'm looking back here just out of curiosity. First base. Last year it was Dom Smith. Dom Smith considered in the opening day start. Dom Smith. Okay, Wade Jr. before that. 2024. Wade Jr. in 2023. Wade Jr. was okay. I saw him working on his first base skills at spring training, and talking with the one of the defensive coaches there for the White Sox. So yeah, before that it was Belt. Belt was the first baseman from 2012 to 2022. So yeah, Wade Jr., Dom Smith a little bit last year. Casey Schmidt is this year's first baseman so far. Before Belt it was Aubrey Huff. Before that we had a bounced around. Remember Hillenbrand, Klesko, Aurelia, Ishikawa. Before that, yes, JT Snow for a number of years. Before that, you had Mark Carrion, you had Todd Benzinger, and before that was Will the Thrill Clark. And then before that, we had a bunch of changes throughout the early 80s, and then Willie McCovey, of course, and also Orlando Cepeda had the 60s on lock. Speaking of lock, going back to the 50s, was Whitey Lockman. So, there you have it. A little first base history for the Giants. W Super Chat. Posey should have switched to first base. Take 3-4 against the Mets. Bonds was a smug SOB. We needed the sweep. We did, but we didn't get it. Why aren't they playing Devers? That's the question. So, that's your recap for the game. Giants unable to do anything today, 7-1. But let's look at the box score, which is kind of at the side and you can't really see it. If we can reload it. Let me move this over so you guys can see the box score. All right, there's the box score right there. Let's scroll down, take a look. Okay, so for the box score, San Francisco Giants, Willie Adames, 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts. Rafi Devers, 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts. Elliot Ramos, 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts. Arias, 3 for 4. And people thought that he was going to be the problem this year. I don't think so. Matt Chapman, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. So you know what Schmidt can say when he said catch the fudging ball? Hit the fudging ball. Of course, Casey Schmidt, 0 for 3 with 1 strikeout. Lee, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Bader, 1 for 3 with the RBI and a strikeout. Bailey, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Giants strike out half of their at-bats. Half of their at-bats. Major league hitters, best of the best, strike out half the time they go to the plate. Holy crap. And the pitcher today who looked amazing, the pitcher today was Nick Pivetta, 5 scoreless innings, 8 strikeouts. Nick Pivetta. Now, Nick Pivetta is a good pitcher, no doubt about it. He's a very good pitcher. But his first start this year, he pitched 3 innings. He gave up 7 hits, 6 runs, 3 walks. And he's also historically had an ERA over 4, a career 4.51 ERA. He was really good last year. Really, really good last year. And it looks like maybe he's going to be really good this year. But it's not like the guy's completely unhittable. So definitely a disappointing game. It does seem like when the Giants take on a pitcher who's any good, I mean any good, they pretty much stink. Bunch of nobodies at first base. When do we call up Bryce Eldridge? My prayer is that they will be a wild card winner this year. That's what the hope is. Our first baseman was tall and easy to throw to. Oof, who's the Giants hitting coach? You know, you think as a huge Giants fan who runs the Giants channel, I'd be able to just tell you right offhand who the Giants hitting coach is. But I forgot. Hunter Mintz. Jace Tingler, bench coach. Tony Vitello, manager. Oscar Bernard, assistant hitting coach. Justin Message, pitching coach. Christian Wonders, assistant pitching coach. Frank Anderson, director of Major League Pitching. Shane Robinson, first base coach. Hector Borg is the third base coach. Literally, these guys are all pretty new. You know, Oscar Bernard's been here, but most of these guys are brand new. Juan Washington, we know because he's been around the big leagues for 100 years. Jesse Chavez, you might know because he recently pitched with the Braves, so he's recently retired. Umatsu's been here, and Alex Berg has been here. But we have a new pitching, coaching staff, and I don't know what to tell you, man, but I don't want to blame 6 games on the coaching staff, but I don't know these dudes too well. I don't know these dudes. It's what it is. But yeah, as far as the River Cats go, we can check out the Cats. They're playing today at Salt Lake. John Bertrand will be pitching. He had a good start his first game, I think. And yeah. It is curious that Bryce Eldridge, 6'7", that guy needs to be a first freaking baseman. There is an advantage to having a 6'7" first baseman. We might have not. We probably would have lost the game, but we might have had a much closer game today if Bryce Eldridge was playing first base. So far this year, he's 3 for 14, no home runs, 214 average. So he hasn't got going offensively, but it's still just getting started. But yeah, Bryce Eldridge will be promoted at some point this year. 100%. 100%. 150. What is going on, Tim Schmidt? What happened to your cousin Casey? Lee owns Pavetta, 6 for 12, home run, 5 extra base hits. Why not move him up, give him more at bats? Hunter Mintz, yeah. What concerns me is Tony doesn't seem to have plans. He seems to react to media and clubhouse leaders. What the F, Wolf God Mag? This team stinks. DFA these mother effers, man. They lost. That's. What the fuck, man? Fuck, this team sucks. DFA's mother. Oh, that's my speech right there. Okay, I got you. Yeah, so not a lot to break down today, but we will see what is on deck. There's Shohei. 90% of the time I come to MLB website, they show Shohei Ohtani. Wow, what a superstar, man. Freaking talk about an insane super. Shohei Ohtani, dude. What a beast. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, night game, 7:45 or 6:45 at a little place known as Oracle Park. Robbie Ray is taking the mound. He'll be taking on Peterson, the lefty, right? David Peterson, the lefty, 6'6", 240, from first round pick from Oregon a while back. He's going to be pitching for the Mets, and it'll be Ray now. As far as the Giants against Peterson, got quite a bit of experience. Adames has had some hits here and there. Reyes has 2 for 8. Bader's 1 for 5. Not a lot of success. Devers has a little bit of ownage. Not really ownage, but he's got 313 average, 16 at bats with a run driven in. Lee 400. Ramos has had a little bit of ownage here and 8 at bats, but no home runs ever off David Peterson. And then Robbie Ray will be taking on a Mets lineup. The Mets lineup, not a lot of success against him. Bichette has a couple hits. Beatty has a couple of hits. Alvarez 1 for 2. But other than that, he's pretty much dominated this lineup. So Robbie Ray will try to go out tomorrow. He's 0-1 on the year. And Peterson has been unhittable this year. So the Giants got to go out, bring your bats to San Francisco, and let's get the first win at Oracle Park in 2026. Right now we have the yellow light going back because, unfortunately, the Giants lost the game. This was a perfect game to sit Schmidt after 3 strikeouts last night. Start Encarnacion, and he picked Schmidt for defense. Dodger DEFCON 5 in effect. Jung Hoo Lee should be hitting ahead of Elliott. Robbie Ray, David Peterson pitching tomorrow. Right on roof. What concern? Okay, we read all that. We are caught up. What was I talking about again? Dodgers. Yeah, let's check out the standings. Giants now, obviously, we can count it. They are 2-4, and we'll know if it's updated. 2-4 on the season, 2.5 back. The good news is the Padres are also 2-4. The Rockies are 2-4. Diamondbacks are 3-3, and the Dodgers 4-1. Dodgers lost a game though. Dodgers actually lost a game. Who did they lose to? They lost to the Guardians 4-2. So, yeah, so early in the year, lots going to change. The Milwaukee Brewers have started hot. They're 5-1. Miami, look at the Marlins. Go Marlins. 5-1. Miami. Wow. Their clubhouse is hopping right now. Astros off to a hot start. Poor A's. They finally won a game. 1-5. White Sox 1-5. And the Yankees are continuing to play good baseball. 5-1. Red Sox off to a tough start. So things are rough in Boston. Things are rough in Chicago. Things are rough in Sacramento. I don't know if those fans care. We're not the worst team in the game right now. And that's the best I can tell you. I'm also worried that Tony might overwork these guys. Over 162. And Devers' tightness might have started with defensive reps he's not used to. Encarnacion can play first. Encarnacion, where's the kitty? What's up, Loretta? Kitty McCovey. You know, he's sleeping. I think he's on my bed or he's sleeping in another room. But yeah, play-by-play, Bob Granelli. Let's take a look. I got plans. I got some plans this weekend. So Mets, Giants, Sunday might be the best chance for some play-by-play. So no promises, but Sunday could be it. So the Giants unable to get it done. We tried. We tried, ladies and gents. We tried. It's the hard knock life for us. It's the hard knock life for us. Steady treated, we get tricked. Instead of winning, we just lose. It's a hard knock life. We got everyone here today. Tim Schmidt, Loretta, Encarnacion can play first. I'm worried. Yep. Feel you, everyone. We're going to go ahead and close it out. I appreciate you all being here. Make sure to hit the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. And we're going to talk to y'all. Tomorrow. See ya.
High drive to left. Oh my. Out of here.
That ball is smoked. Headed for downtown. Upper deck. Adios. Pelota. 5-1 Giants. What a shot.